Yo. I can hear you.
Alrighty, guess who's back? Guess whose PC just shit the bed? It's mine. We're back live though, boys. Sorry about that. We are going to be getting into this pick and ban very soon. I might have to go ahead and switch around some of these scoreboards though, but I think we are just about ready to get this one going. Dream, my apologies, guys, for having the crappy PC. It's just way she goes. But Dream, if you could give me an invite back into the custom, that would be yes, thank you, lovely. Absolutely marvelous here. But I will get the scoreboard all figured out for you guys and let these players know that we are pretty
All right,
much...
now you can. I don't think you want to play now after that.
There we go. Okay, ready? Ready.
All right.
I'll let them know we're ready. So we can start this one up as I edit this real quick, like, because it is Vipers on the red side. So we'll go ahead and get this switched up here. Boom, boom, like that. And then we have this one here. Beautiful. So, Dream, what are we expecting to see and I guess not see in this game?
I think the a ban towards the set would be warranted. Though their options are a little limited. So I'm actually not entirely sure what they can go for here. They can opt to ban. They can ban the set here if they really want to, and leave the bans like the Hecarim and the Seraphine to the Vipers. The Vipers did ban both of those champions last time. It did give the Tigers a little bit more freedom there, banning the Rel and the Skarner back in Game 1. So they can opt to go for the Rel ban here. Maybe the Skarner as well. Leave that placeholder ban for the Teemo, and maybe go for the Rel as the first pick here. That is a possibility that can be in the minds of the Tigers. Rel is a game-changing champion with those ultimates. If she can land those ultimates properly along with the rest of her abilities, she's basically a Leona with extra steps. So.
yeah, basically. I mean, she's got everything in her kit that you could possibly want, including a shield break, which, I mean, if you were to pick up the Rel, I don't think it'd be terrible to leave the setup, but I mean, we saw what Rover I was able to do with it last game, and it is pretty gross, but I believe that top laner is actually just getting some water right now, so once he is fully hydrated, we'll be good to go on this one. But it is, yeah, it's been kind of nuts, so far this match. We are just getting ready to start this one up, but just a reminder to everybody at home that registration for our spring summer split coming up starting this May 1st is open, so you can use the command register to go ahead and head on over to their site to find a league that best suits your needs. We got it all here at Legends Esports, so make sure to check those out. But we are now officially into the pick and ban here for game number 3. Match point here for the Vipers. Tigers need to find themselves a win here, or it's all over. This could be it for the Tigers. Their season could be done right here in this game, but we're going to see the victor actually going to get banned out by the Tigers first.
Yeah, a little bit surprising. That is the ban that they want to prioritize here. Vipers, I don't believe they've changed their bans the entire way through. The only adaptation was because they were on red side, they banned the Seraphine. But it's always been the Vayne and the Hecarim banned pretty much every time from the Vipers. So I do expect it is going to be those same two champions that are going to be banned from the Vipers here. We do see the Skarner going away, and this is going to be the placeholder. Yep, this is going to be the placeholder ban, and I do expect this to be the Seraphine ban. And then we can move right along to it. Yep, there's the Seraphine ban. This champion is not going to be seen for a while until they figure out how to balance this champion, because that champion is not balanced.
I mean, she's a new champion. She's perfectly balanced for a new champion.
Yeah, she's just about as balanced as post-release set was.
Yuck. But it's the Volibear as the first choice here for the Tigers. Going to be back in the hands of Ronan, and Viper's responding with very similar stuff. The Jinx for Renito Soul, and potentially just a support pickup here for them as well.
It can just be a rollback from the first game. the Jinx Morgana. This is starting exactly like how the first game started. The Volibear was the first pick for the Tigers, and it was responded with by a Jinx Morgana. So very, very possible. 80 carries have played the same champion all 3 games, or at least for the first 2 games. It is going to be the Udyr pickup. Karthik did play that champion fairly well, bear slapping everybody he could bear slap in that game, in that second game there. So, gonna see if he can repeat the success that he had in the first game, or in the second game. As we see what Tigers are going to go for here. We have seen the Sivir in the hands of Caramel, but it is finally going to be something different. We have the Kaisa being picked up here.
I like that, though. It's a strong pick right now. I'm surprised we haven't seen it sooner. But this definitely allows Caramel to do some more of his crazier stuff. And we talked about it last week, too, especially that Kaisa and Ezreal were such a contended pick because, you know, even though it wasn't GKP on ADC, it was a Taxon ADC, he still played Kaisa, and he still played those games pretty good, but the times we saw Caramel pick it up, yeah, it was kind of disgusting. So that's definitely a strong champion in his hands. I'm hoping to see something that synergizes nice with it. Bot lane, sure, why not make it even bigger? As you know what? I like that too. That's fine. That's fine. Black Shield the Kaisa before she goes in with the Killer Instinct. That's a nice way to keep her alive in those fights.
Yeah, what's better than a regular shield that the Kaisa gets when she goes in? A shield that stops CC. But Vipers are like, you can't stop all of the CC, and we have plenty of it, because now Malphite has been locked in.
Oh, God.
And we've seen Roverize Malphite before.
Oh, boy. Well, this is, I mean, it's not a very hard champion to analyze, because you're looking for one thing, is him hitting 6 and him turning team fights around. And we saw a couple times last game, Roverize, the amount of damage he was doing, how long he sustained himself in fights was kind of nuts. So I would expect him to be making his presence known with these unstoppable forces coming into this game. But we do see the last couple of bans coming out for both of these teams, as we still are yet to see the support here from Viper. So I am hoping that, you know, they pick up the support here in the R4 and save the mid counter for Benji. That's what I'm hoping they'll do. The Orianna was taken away from him, but we'll get to see what the Vipers choose to do here, as the support's already showing from Tigers. Most likely.
Yeah, they did decide to go with the Morgana in the mid lane last time. That is obviously taken away. The Swain is still available, can be flexed in both lanes here. Obviously, the Malphite can be a very real threat in the mid lane as well, if they decide to go for the AP Malphite. It is going to be the Karma that can also be flexed in multiple roles. I do like the Sylas adaptation. If you want to unstoppable force people, I will do the same thing.
Yeah, let's see if they actually decide to go for it, though, because I think that's kind of a good call here, is that Sylas has some pretty good ults to pick, but I think that Malphite's the big one he's focusing on, is that you get another unstoppable force, you are aiming direct, literally, you have your eyes lined right onto one of the soul. You saw what he did last game on that Jinx. Not very nice of him. But it will be the Sylas pickup here for the side of the Tigers. Don't know if it's going to be mid or top yet, but we'll get to see that in a few short moments, as Tigers have their final pick coming up right now, and it will allow Vipers to potentially do a little bit of counter picking here for Benji.
Yeah, because this could still obviously go into the mid or top lane here. Ooh, this would be it is going to be the Lissandra pick. I do like this pick. I love watching Lissandras. Lissandras are so much fun to watch. I actually reported one last night, and I got an instant feedback report, meaning my
that must feel so good.
Through.
Oh, that's got to feel good.
Yep.
Those instant feedbacks, it's like, all right, you have met your fate now. But yeah, no, I love Lissandra. It's really good for CC, especially if you're looking to lock down that backline, lock down Bonito Soul on that Jinx, if you can get back there. But you said this was something that should have been on the radar here, and it is let through once again. So that set is going to be up and available. I'm not too sure where it's going to be headed yet, as
it can
you know,
go.
you can flex,
this can be
those 3 picks.
It can be
the
flexed in the
Karma
mid,
set.
top. Yeah, they can. All three of those can be flexed pretty much wherever they want. So Vipers, they're very flexible with their composition. The only two that are guaranteed to go to their spots are the Jinx and the Udyr. Tigers, they're a bit flexible as well, with the Sylas and the Lissandra being able to flex between each other. I do think that they may send the Sylas wherever the Malphite is, because the Lissandra is going to have a little bit of an easier time with these set, I think.
Maybe, but if anything is like it went last game, that set is most likely going to be in the hands of Rovereye again, but still, we can't 100% confirm yet. Because, like you said, those two champions could be flexed wherever they so choose to put them. We could see the Malphite support too, and that would just be hell to deal with down in the bot lane. The Black Shield, like you said, it's only blocking one piece of CC, and that Malphite's coming in with a couple options there, with the majority of it being from the Unstoppable Force. But let's see what it's going to be. So yeah, set top for Rovereye, which means it is Karma, Malphite mid support. Let's see
I don't think it's going to be a Malphite support. We haven't seen one of those in a while, and he really doesn't bring all that much to the table.
God,
yeah, it is going to be
Malphite mid.
It is going to be the Malphite mid. Okay, so we might get some lane swaps. We might get some lane swaps here. Then again, Sylas would very much enjoy having Set's ultimate just as well as Malphite. So,
oh, I just had a really big sneeze. I just had to mute myself there for a sec. But yeah, Malphite mid. That's a spicy meatball there, Dream. That's scary stuff for sure. It could be traded there in those last 50 seconds as we count down. So gonna have to see where these champions do finally end up. So I'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, a little hover there on the Draven. It's just Caramel's not afraid to step up this game, and I think Tigers need to do a lot. They've got a good comp. I think this is probably the best one that they've had tonight. But you look over at the side of the Vipers and you're like, holy crap, man, what the hell do we do about that? So
it's once again simplicity at its core versus complex. Yes. There has to be flanks, and there has to be sneaky shenanigans. There has to be vision control for the side of Tigers to be able to pull this composition off. And once again, the Vipers have built a composition that says we're going to run at you, and you're going to either die or we are. Most likely you, because I think I do think this is an AP Malphite. They have no other AP threats besides the Malphite. I do think this is going to be a full damage, or at least a hybrid damage AP Malphite. I don't think tank Malphite would be full tank Malphite would be the best here.
I mean, even if they did
just
decide
because
to play,
it's a primary. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If they did decide to play tank, I don't think it'd be terrible. But in the hands of Benji, I think you're right, Dream, that we're probably going to see the AP Malph, because he is known for those bursty mage. And what's burstier than a Dark Harvest Malphite ult flying into you? Yeah, it's gross. It's kind of gross when that happens. So I think you're right. We're probably going to see the AP Malph come out. Not too sure if we do see the Dark Harvest. We might see variation in those runes. But yeah, that's going to be a huge AP threat, especially with, Karma is support. She is going to be pumping out some decent AP. And you know what? It really depends on how awesome she plays it, because, you can just right go the Moonstone. I think you really build the Moonstone anyway on the Karma, because it's just so cracked as an item. But you still have some decent poke with those mantra Qs, so you definitely can't underestimate those, especially in the early levels. But this is lining up to be another spicy game, I think, Dream.
Oh, I 100% agree, and I can't wait to find out what kind of Malphite we are going to get here, and hopefully this time around, Juanito Soul buys items, because if he doesn't for a second game in a row, and Vipers win this, you may as well just get rid of him and find a new 80 carry, right?
No. He's found a strategy. He's found a strategy that works. No items at the beginning of the game. It's just a big flex on the other side. Listen, I don't need items to defeat you. We're good to go. But yeah, we joke and all, but yeah, don't do that again, Juanito. So we'll have to flame you double hard this time if you do.
Whoa. Okay,
big money on to the Vipers. Holy moly, Sir Andros. 10K down. Fully faithful that the Vipers are just going to take it here in a 3-game sweep. But this is it, Dream. We got about a minute until we head to our break. But this is do or die for the Tigers. They need to win right now or their season is over. This match, this series is to decide who's going up against the Spartans next week. Vipers right now, 2-0, are ready to punch their tickets to finals, but it's not done yet. We've seen so many close fights. It all comes down to this, though, Dream.
Yeah, this is going to be... This is it, and I know Vipers are itching for a chance to get their revenge after the display, or after the Spartans whipped them into shape in their 3-0 series last week. So I know they want their revenge, but the Tigers, they have fought tooth and nail just to get to this point. They had a very, very close series last week, and they definitely do not want to be 3-0'd this week.
Nope, but it'll all unveil itself on the Rift. Guys, we are heading to break, but when we come back, we hop into game number 3 here. Match point for the Vipers. Make sure to keep getting those predictions in, but we will see you back on the Rift in a few short moments, so you're not going to want to go anywhere. Get those snacks, go to the bathroom, do whatever you got to do, because this one is going to be a treat for us all. We'll see you soon. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 3, as it takes its time to get onto your screens here. There it is, up and nice and shiny for you guys. Ready to go. Tigers on the blue side, Vipers on the red, but this is match point. It's do or die for these teams in this playoff series, as the winner's going to be going on to face the Spartans next week. And we got a couple of those last predictions coming in, as I'll give you guys to 1 minute in the game, so you guys got another 20 odd seconds here to get those last predictions in before I close them. However, a much safer start, I think, from both sides here in this third game. They've learned their lessons from the first couple, and everybody with items this game, Dream.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want to be the next person to feel the wrath of the casters. And I want to do a little, just quick look over the runes. I think everything is pretty standard here. We have summon area from both supports, Hail of Blades, Conqueror. I I'm actually starting to see Conqueror a lot more on the Jinx. I'm wondering if that's the normal now over the lethal tempo.
I'm thinking when it comes down to it, you're looking at these fights, if you're looking that they're going to be extended, that Conqueror might add a little bit of survivability, especially the fact that that's kind of what you want as a Jinx too, is to be sitting in the back line, firing off as many rockets as you can. You get to those 12 stacks of Conquerors, yeah, it's going to be a lot harder to deal with that Jinx, but we are into this game now. Some CS is being traded back and forth, a few blows there in the mid lane. Got to keep our eyes on this AP Malphite. He's gonna get quite scary as this game goes on. Bot lane poking back and forth as well too.
And there was a lane swap. It is Silent KC Cools in the mid lane against the Malphite there, and it is going to be the Lissandra up in the top side, going against Roverai here.
So giving a little bit of a switch around here, but Darwin Theory is in some trouble. See how fast those Conqueror stacks really tend to stack up there for Roverai, but Darwin Theory's getting some good poke on back.
Yeah, Darwin Theory is not going to have much fun now in this lane, having to chug through both of his potions. Does have the Minion Dematerializer, so...
Nice little Mantra Q, followed up by the zap there from Magneto Soul. They're going to get some nice poke down onto Dazik there. But right now, I think this is... We had a kill by this point last game, and now that I say it, we have the mid laners trading back and forth aggressively. Both are taking a solid blow to their health bars, as Darwin Theory still being pushed in up there. Dealing some good damage back to Roverai, though, with those ranged autos.
Yeah, and that is the downside of ever playing against ranged champions there, as Roverai is... he is a bit low. He did go the aggressive pick here with the Doran's Blade.
But that will be the flash actually being used by Benji, as Ronan shows up in the lane and doesn't want to take any chances. He just flashes away. Does not want to be the first blood in this game, as Darwin 3 might be looking for it. He's getting some really good poke down on Roverai. He's going to have to go for that reset early and burn that TP, but it's a cost of staying alive. Dream.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate side. Actually, no, he's going to stay. And Lissandra might have stayed a little bit too long as well.
Possibly, as Karthik has come up. The flash, the bear slap, the flash away from Darwin, though. We'll keep him alive, but in he goes with the CC, and unfortunately will drop on top of that, so it's 1 for 1. But KC Cools also finding the kill there onto Benji in that mid lane. It happened at the same time as the gank was going on the top side, so across the board, it is 2 for 1, going over to the side of the Tigers to start this game off.
And the gold remains dead even.
Yep. Yeah, pretty damn close in this. Only about 100 gold difference at this point in the game. Probably less than that, because we both see 7K lining up on the top of our scoreboards there. As Roverai now back into this mid lane. I believe they've done a little bit of a swap back, because we'll just put everybody back where they were.
Yeah, we're just gonna... it looks like the the set no longer wants to tangle with this Lissandra. It looks like he's not gonna have a choice, because guess where Lissandra's heading.
He's coming right back down this river, as Awesome Sheep actually taking some decent damage. TPs are going to be coming through as well too. KC Cool's actually looking for Renewal Soul. He's going on in with the Kingslayer, trying to find that Jinx. It's a lot of damage, but maybe should have put the focus onto just one of these members. Nope, Kathy and Rain. Rain's the pain. And Caramel will find himself a kill there onto Awesome Sheep. So Vipers do lose 1. Tigers now up 3-1, and we do have this Infernal on the board, but no attention given on over to it yet.
No, and it's a little bit strange. Infernal Dragon, while by itself, still is a pretty nice, pretty small, but nice power boost in the early game. It's very useful in the earlier stages. Just that extra bit of damage can be the difference between a death and a kill.
Yep.
As KC Cools is going to return back to that mid lane. And they're just going to constantly be swapping here, as we see Roverai now walking towards that mid lane. Looks like he's going to get some vision into the jungle first before he heads back down. No, he's actually going to head back top lane. he might have accepted his fate. We do see that the Udyr is hovering right there. Just the moment he goes in, no, not going to go in. We do see Ronan is on the side, but it is level 5 to level 6 for the junglers. Obviously, one of those ultimates is already gotten at level 1, so not that important. It's the level 6 from Ronan that you have to be very careful of.
Yes.
Now there's a level 6 difference in the mid lane. This dragon should be going over to Vipers.
Yep, Benji does have the Unstoppable Force up and available, so, I mean, around these dragon fights, you're going to have to be so careful about when he has that off the cooldown, but Viper's going to go ahead and start up this Infernal, take it down quite fast indeed, as they had 4 members starting that up, so they're on the board first for dragons. It will be that Cloud next, so I'm thinking we see ourselves... Not another ocean. I think this might be a mountain angle this game, so we'll have to see if my gut's right once again, Dream.
I'll look at the chart because the chart actually did say ocean last time.
I wouldn't. You know what? I have a small inkling that it might be that, but then I think what I'm feeling, I'm like, okay, it's the opposite of that because that's how it usually goes in these games. Is
my chart says Infernal Cloud makes ocean, so.
We'll have to see as in comes KC Cools with the Unstoppable Force stolen away from earlier. This is going to be 2 kills going on over to the Tigers. Nicely done on that bot side, and you couldn't have asked for that gold to go into to anybody else. 2 kills handed on over to Caramel there. And now we got some more trades going on this top side as Darwin Theory just going to take his Q over the wall to safety. Ronan has shown up as well too. But Karthik is floating around on this side, and they might look to start a little something up here with these members being all split up.
Yeah, that would be the play here. Darwin is pretty low, doesn't have a lot of mana, so has to be just a little bit careful. The flash is not up for Rovereye, however, so he's not going to be able to use the flash ultimate to try and outplay it.
Oh no. Oh, very close to getting caught up by that Facebreaker. Facebreaker and Haymaker. Yeah, I have to take a peek on what those two are called again. But he gets out. That's kind of the nice thing about Lysandre, is that you kind of bait those hard CCs coming out. And just you just kind of leave, I guess. Yeah, but right now it's 5-1 for Tigers. They're up about 1.3 gold, 1.3k around that area. But no dragon for another 3 minutes, and everyone's kind of taking it easy so far. But that Malphite ulti is off cooldown, so you definitely got to watch out next time we're grouping around these objectives that are soon to be on the board.
Yeah, and I'm still curious to see what Benji is going to build. He has the Merc Treads as his first item there. So, oh, okay.
Oh, the gank in the bot lane as Ronan has just shown up. He's going to go ahead and help with another gank now. Kai'Sa getting another kill. Ronan will go ahead and pick up one for himself, but now 4-0-1 on the Kai'Sa. KC Cools taking a little bit of tension away from that bot side as Rovereye is looking for it once again. However, Tigers have themselves a fantastic start here in Game 3.
Yeah, and that was actually really beautiful what KC Cools did there. He gets ulted by the Malphite, knows that he doesn't have it, so what he ends up doing is he takes the...
Oh no.
Oh, never mind.
Oh no,
Dysik.
Oh no, Dysik is just eliminated from the map. That binding was very close, but the minions like, you know what, get down, Mr. President, get out of the way. And surprisingly, well, the Soul Shackles were not up, so he couldn't really walk in and look for that. But the more trades going on in the bot lane as the Showstopper comes through. Rovereye finds another kill there, 2 for him in that exchange. And still pushing in on this tower with the help of Awesome Sheep. They're going to get themselves some plate gold here. And on the side, you can see Karthik going ahead and taking this Herald too. So their main focus here is objectives. They don't care about the kills too much, but a dragon under the belt is ready too. They're getting some plates for themselves and probably going to get some more once that Herald comes through.
Yeah, and Darwin's having a lot of fun with this matchup. I think they both are.
Oh god, oh no, Benji's in some trouble here. He might just have the ulti on out. He flashes out, Ronan falls in with a flash of his own, as he's going to be doing tons of damage here, trying to give it over to KC Cools, and he does manage to do that. Nicely done up there in the top side as Tigers pick up their 8th of the game.
Yeah, and half of those kills are on the Kai'Sa. Of all the champions, you don't want them on. Kai'Sa is definitely one of them. We've talked about how strong Kai'Sa is. Not as strong as she used to be, but still definitely one of those champions that can solo carry a game in the later stages. And
caught out looking and warding. Awesome Sheep's gonna get taken down. That kill goes on over to Dasic. I'm always getting tongue-tied there, but we're getting it. We're getting it slowly there. That's kind of the dangers of walking through by yourself as a support. I know I've paid many times for it as myself.
Yeah, I saw.
No, leave me alone, all right, Dream.
Not I saw, I casted.
It is what it is sometimes, though. You got to get that vision. And fortunately, he will pay for it there with his life. And Tigers continue their lead right now as they're going to try to get themselves a little bit more gold across the board. As in comes Ronin with the Volley Bear ultimate, the Stormbringer bringing the pain, as that will be Rovereye trying to trade some back. Dasic out with the flash. He will survive for a little while longer as in comes the TP. So we're going to have a full Tiger squad on the side of the map soon, but they are caught in a little bit of a weird place right now. Dysic's just going to sacrifice his life, but he does not last very long. Tigers getting jumped on so fast. 1, 2, 3 will go down. The showstopper to finish it off, and one last punch. Make it a 4th and a shutdown over to Benji. Oh my gosh. Vipers flip it back around. Gold is now in the lead of Vipers, and they're getting their 2nd drag of the game. What the hell?
Darwin was teleporting into that fight there, but something canceled it. But all 5 members were down there. Darwin's dead.
Almost super mega death rocket. The flash on out dodges the Q from Awesome Sheep, and somehow, nope, I lied. Karthik is there to clean it on up. The binding will land. Dasic going to be doing some damage here, but yeah,
no follow-up.
The Vipers have just been rotating so well in numbers to clean up these fights, and honestly, the positioning a little questionable from the Tigers, I would think, in these past couple games here. They just seem to be getting caught in really, really awkward places, and that's just allowing the Vipers to come back, and now you see they have a lead in this game. They have 2 dragons, and even though the kill lead doesn't reflect that, they're swinging the tempo back in their favor very heavily with that play.
Yeah, and it is going to be the Mountain Soul. Let's not give the team that has a bunch of passive shields more shields, guys.
Yep.
Turret plating has now fallen as Casey Cools is. I'm not touching that. That is a 5-in-1 set. Actually, going for the Strikebreaker first, not even finishing the Blade of the Ruin King. That's the word.
Yep.
Not even finished Blade of the Ruin King there. Going for the Strikebreaker as his first item. Actually, the 3rd person to finish their mythic item, because the Turbo Chem Tank costs like 5 gold apparently. You can finish that by just blinking and staying in base every time.
Too.
And Rovereye might be in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, the TP answered through as Benji's going to come through. The Unstoppable Force directly onto Darwin Theory, pulled back in, but he's going to pop the Frozen Tomb there. Will he be able to get out? Benji's quite low. Is he going to be able to get the trade? He just barely survives. There's Rovereye. Ends up finding the trade kill. On the other side of the map, though, Ronin able to find that Jinx out of it. That's kind of funny, though, because that's the same place that when Needle Soul died late in that last game. He was caught out there, but he gets picked off across the map, though.
It's as the LEC casters say when a Volley Bear ults on top of an 80 carry, snapping their neck.
Oh, boy. Kind of, yeah. That's pretty accurate, to be honest. Oh, snap goes the Jinx there, but you know, we've seen even though Juanito Soul is a little bit down right now, those super mega death rockets can make a difference. We saw the steal he made last game onto the Baron, but this one's definitely a little rougher now, considering the fact that Kai'Sa is up 4-1-3. Yeah, that's a strong Kai'Sa to deal with, but you've seen Vipers turn around these fights. They're 2k gold up right now. They're looking pretty good. They have a tower under their belt as well too. They've definitely got the tempo in their favor, I would think, right now.
Viper's feeling very, very good about this current setup. They are going to take this tower as well, as there's nobody there to respond. Silas is currently pushing in the top as the Lissandra is pushing in that bot. Is going to end up taking it. So a little bit of gold going back in their pocket. The Rift Herald is up in 15 seconds here. The Dragon is going to be up in a minute and a half. As teams are just going to kind of reset, and Darwin may be in trouble.
Uh-oh, he's trying to make it out. Roverike taking a bit of damage here from Lissandra, but caught in that frozen tomb. It's not going to be enough. The Conquer stacks are coming through. That's going to be the showstopper. One more punch will do it as his TP's coming through, but Rovereye is not scared one single bit. Casey Cools could look for the seal right now, but Ronan has shown up. The Chilling Smite comes on down, and that shutdown gold, massive, is going to be going on over to Ronan. So 1 for 1, but I think the gold more favored on the side of Tigers just based on the shutdown coming from that set, who was 7-1 before getting killed there.
Yeah, and with the amount of gold they just got, the gold lead has now shrunk down to about a 1,500 from a 3,000 gold lead there. But it is going to go back up. Benji's not going to be able to take that turret. He does not. He's not an ass or anything like that. He doesn't take towers very fast.
Not risking it to overstay, but this Herald is being taken at the same time. Benji has spotted Darwin Theory, or vice versa. They've spotted each other there. But there is a mountain up in 10 seconds, so let's see which of these teams want to prioritize it more.
Yeah, we see all ultimates are up from both teams, except for the Super Mega Death Rocket and the ultimate from Rovereye. It is going to be the Rift Herald spawned in the mid lane here.
Here come the Vipers. Oh, Benji in with a couple members getting knocked up by that unstoppable force. A lot of damage coming through the showstopper as well. And where are the Tigers going? They're just eviscerated from the map. The ult on top of an ult. So well played. Ronan is next to go. It's a double kill for Rovereye. And they're going to go ahead and pick up this dragon, comfortably put themselves at soul point. Vipers just looking so strong this series. Every single fight. Well, not every. I don't want to say every, but the majority of these fights, they have just been finding the right engage, the right synergy, and it's just showing who's the stronger team here tonight.
See, I want to say that the Vipers have the lead, and they are definitely in the driver's seat right now. But the past two games,
yeah.
The game one, the Tigers literally had to just walk down a lane to end the game, and they lost. The Tigers came back to the brink of victory, only to just barely lose because of a mismanaged team fight again.
Darwin, though, finds Juanita Soul out with the Frozen Tomb. Ronan is up here to get his revenge, and Jinx kiting back with those rockets is going to be a little bit slower as Rovereye is here and actually saving him. The showstopper is popped, and the bear is also popped. Oh my goodness, somehow Juanita Soul will stay alive. Super Mega Death Rocket comes on through, will hit Dasik as the rest of the Vipers just surrounding the Tigers, wiping them off the map. Rovereye is on an absolute rampage now as they find themselves a 4-for-1. Juanita Soul does end up dropping, but Vipers aren't too concerned about that. They've got 11, 2, and 3 set with them right now. They're going to go ahead and charge down on this tier 2 top turret.
Yeah, it's like Pertoga in the comments said, keep going after the Jinx.
It's just a bait. It's just a bait. Don't do it. Yeah. It's more Rovereye on that set. This game is putting in so much work. It's nice to see him with the Stride Breaker as well too. It just seems to be doing a lot more, and you know, he doesn't have to worry too. Yes, the Kaisa is a little scary, but right now when you are this far ahead of the set, yeah, damage.
I do know one thing from this game that is going in the blooper clips, though. It is going to be that Malphite ultimate from that previous fight.
Oh no, you know what? We don't talk about those, but I'm sure there'll be a clip floating around later on tonight. But this could be it here for the Tigers. This is Game 3, match point here for our semifinals in the LRS draft. So we'll see if they're able to hold on, if they're able to find their way back into this game right now. But Vipers looking to punch their tickets to finals. They are up at Soul Point, up 6,000 gold, and yeah, this is looking really, really, really good for the Vipers.
Yeah, might be the most convincing lead that either of these teams have had in any of the games here, because every time it gets to around this point, the other team, or the team that has the lead, usually throws their lead in fantastic fashion. Um,
Oh no, as Ronan is here on these Krugs, I think they are expecting a little visit to this red buff, and they're just going to be short of it, but the attention being put back towards that mid lane. There is a Dragon up in a minute 50 here, and that will be Soul if the Vipers are able to secure that. So let's see if they're able to do that. Let's see also if the Tigers are able to hang on, because these fights have just been very one-sided. I think the past 5 minutes it's just been going all the Vipers' way.
100% here, and this Soul coming up here in a minute and a half can be the deciding factor. I know I make jokes about it being one of the boring Souls, but a Soul with the composition that has a shielding that has so many shields.
How about another shield? How about a fourth shield? Do you want some more shields there, Drew? Yeah, we got
look, there's a shield right there on Karthik.
Yeah.
There's a shield on whoever Awesome Sheep wants to put it on. There's a shield on everybody if Awesome Sheep wants it.
That's true. Mantra E, he just shields everybody. He gives him a little speed boost there. But Roverai looking to go in on KC Cools again. Holy crap. Holy crap. Showstopper stops the heart of poor KC Cools there. He just does so much freaking damage right now. But able to find another. Vipers are up with the numbers advantage right now. And with the Dragon up on the board in 40 seconds, this could spell doom here for the Tigers, as Viper's just getting that lane advantage right now. We are going to see the reset coming out from Roverai, but I think he should be here in time for this Dragon. But I don't know if it matters. It gets shredded down really, really fast. There is a little bit of vision in this pit for the Tigers to see.
He actually might not get there in time. Yeah, he's not gonna get. He's gonna have to stay now. But Smite used.
They keep stopping him. They just keep stopping him. You're standing on a ward. He'll realize now as it expires. But yeah, he definitely can't back right now. Sweeper's gonna come through. This is gonna be a massive, massive decider in this this series here, Dream. As Tigers, they need to do something here. I don't know if you really can give this one up here, but it's melting down real fast at 2,000 health. Ronan looking to go on in. He's going to pop the Stormbringer, but in the back line is Benji. It will be taken down by the Viper, so they are up at Soul. Look at One Needle Soul doing so much damage. He takes down KC Cools as Roverai in the back line, keeping everybody away. One Needle Soul coming up to join his team, but look how much work Roverai's putting in. The shield is absolutely insane as Karthik finds himself a double kill, but Vipers taking down these members of the Tigers one by one. They are punching their tickets into finals. I don't know if that's going to be a reset coming through from here on the Vipers, but this is looking pretty over here if you're the Tigers.
Yeah, they're going to walk down this mid lane here. They lose one member. Karthik is going to tank until the rest of the minions get here. This could just possibly be it, honestly.
Maybe the inhibitor, they might reset, but I think Tigers, they have a little bit of a window here to work with, as that inhibitor does stay up, but it's an 8k gold lead for the Vipers. They are up at Soul Point, 22 kills to 14. Their wallets are padded, and they are coming back with their items now. It is not looking good here for the Tigers.
No, I 100% agree here. The Tigers, this may be too big of a mountain to climb this time around. You've seen the miraculous comebacks in our first two games, but this mountain might be just a bit too much, as KC Cools might just... Okay, no, he's going to get out.
It's okay.
But
everything's fine. Everything's okay. We just got to back out. We got the black shield here. Darwin Theory.
If they're not careful, Roverai could end the game by himself.
Quite possibly, as in goes another fight, as Benji's just going to go on a killing spree, taking out Caramel. That's a lot of their damage gone, as Viper's just jumping on these Tigers once again, caught out in a choke point. They lose two. They're about to lose Darwin, who's so low. But Tigers go limping back to their base. There's nothing that they can do about all that damage. And Viper's going to go ahead and start themselves up this Baron.
Yeah, they're gonna pick it up, and they're probably gonna use this to end the game.
Yeah.
There's very little that the side of Tigers can do to slow this Viper squad. It's what I said at the very beginning. The draft is just so. What's this? An instant replay?
Nope, no, it's not. It's my hotkeys not performing as they should be. Yeah, that was meant to be the Baron timer coming up. There is super mega death rocket goes north. I think that was probably just expiring for Casey Cools there, but I don't know what you do as the Tigers at this point. It's looking pretty daunting.
Pray.
It's yeah, you hold on and you pray. Casey Cools trying to find Benji out here. He's doing some good damage. The Everfrost will come out as well. But he's trading back in quite a lot. The binding will come through as soon as the Unstoppable Forces pop. Lots of shields as Benji's going to try and walk this one on out. Taking that Chilling Smite to the face as well, too. But again, Vipers flipping this back around onto the heads of the Tigers. Ronin will go down. Karthik now dominating as Vipers looking to make their final push in onto the base of the Tigers. Wearing that purple buff. The inhibitor is going to go down. And this might just be the end of the Tigers here. Vipers punching their tickets, as we said, into the finals here. The showstopper coming through, but they are just forced into their base. Nowhere to go. Bonito Soul is low, but both of these Nexus turrets going to be going down back to back. It's just one Nexus away from your spot in the finals. Vipers playing the series so damn clean tonight, and Tigers trying to go for one last fight, but that's going to be the Vipers cleaning them off. Once again, Darwin Theory caught in that frozen tomb goes on Golden, but it's just Caramel. And it does not matter anymore as that Nexus will drop. Vipers 3-0 are headed to the finals.
Oh, I did say it at the beginning of the game. One team played the easy comp, one team played the hard comp, and the team that has been outperforming the entire night has been playing the easier comp.
Oh man, that's tough to see. Coming into tonight, I was hoping the Tigers would give the Vipers a run for their money, but that number 2 seed is looking hella strong, and that scares me because they got 3-0'd by Spartans last week, and if they're looking this strong, what are the Spartans looking like in playoff performance? This is all questions that we will get answered next week.
This is the funny thing. This is the funny thing.
Yeah.
Remember, the Unicorns in the last few weeks, the Unicorns beat the Vipers and then lose to the Tigers. But the Tigers beat the Spartans, but they get 3-0'd by the Vipers.
It's like a 4-way rock, paper, scissors, if we want to think of it that way. Yeah, just surprising to see. But, I mean, that's a lot of people were having the Tigers in mind to actually get the upset over the Vipers. But Vipers came ready to play tonight. They were the stronger team coming in throughout this season. I thought it was going to be close between the 2nd and 3rd seed, but no, Vipers just showed up so damn massive tonight, and especially in this game too. You got to give props. Look at the damage charts there. If you're not giving props over to Rovereye for his set performances, both in Game 2 and Game 3, kind of nuts. But we are going to be handing out those tokens to our winners, so we'll click the Vipers there. So the tokens are handed back out, but we are getting our player of the game poll up once again. But Dream, final thoughts on the series tonight, man?
That was an excellent series. Honestly, it was very, very close for the first 2 games, but that last game, it just felt like the Tigers they just felt defeated after having victory slip through their fingers twice.
So especially that Game 1 would have been so huge for them to find a win there and get that game advantage, but no, in the end, it's one little misstep, one little toe out of place, and they got punished for it. But I would say, yeah, out of these games, right? We had a 38-minute game 1, 41-minute game 2, and this one's 28. This one I think was definitely the most one-sided. We saw some good stuff in the start, back and forth, but Vipers just put so much prioritization. I think it was 7-1 at one point for the Tigers, but Vipers just prioritize objectives. We want the Herald, we want the Dragons, we want your towers, and eventually we're going to get to a point where we have so much gold in our pockets that it just becomes a wallet diff game, and there's not too much you can do about that when you have multiple items over the enemy team.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be, and I got to be a little bit concerned for the Vipers going into next week. They did get 3-0'd by the Spartans, and those first two games were very, very rough against a team that people expected they were going to 3-0. But this was a 3-0 that not everybody expected. The Tigers, they played their hearts out in those first two games. There was very little room for them to, or very little room for Vipers to mess up. And if they did, Tigers pounced, as well Tigers do. Uh, no pun intended that time around. But they just came up short, and the Vipers are going to get their revenge match up against the Spartans. This sounds a little bit familiar. Didn't this happen last split between the Rhinos and the was it the Vipers?
It was Rattlers Rhinos in that first place match
The
with, I
Rattlers
believe,
Rhinos, yeah.
Rhino.
Um,
Actually, no, this is a repeat. Awesome Sheep is very familiar with this, where he might try to turn around this split and make a different ending in the finals, but on the Rhinos, lost to the first place team, which was the Rattlers last split. Rhinos won in the semifinals match, putting themselves back into finals. So this is a bit of a repeat here, as the 1-2 teams are ending up back in that final match. But yeah, this is gonna be a spicy finals next week, Dream. Oh, I'm so excited to see how this one ends up. But tonight, Vipers can rest easy knowing that they have made their way there. They will be seeing the Spartans once again, so they can reform, do their studying again, prepare for that matchup once again. But it's going to be a crazy week next week.
Yep. I think that we're going to send to break, and that will do it for me for the night.
Yes, Dream. Thank you so much for coming on to cast with me. We are just finishing off tonight, but yes, thank you, buddy. Kicking some butt here, and can't wait to see you on tomorrow night for the LAS pre-made finals.
Yeah, and
for sure.
that is going to be. We're going to have some rematches from LAS draft finals. We do have Dallas and DeFly that are returning, and they are on PVE. But this time, it's not going to be a Dallas diff. It's not going to be a DeFly diff. The side of Turnip Tots, they need to be watching out for Jake, or Bliss, as you guys may know him. That man is an absolute monster, and whatever role he plays. Last week when he played against you guys, he roamed all the way to top lane, got kills, came back down bot lane, got more kills. That man is a monster, and if you're on Turnip Tots, you need to be very scared of that man.
Yeah, they're a bunch of bullies, bunch of meanie heads. Damn you, PVE. It's okay. I already got my apologies from the majority members of PVE for. Sorry we had to do you like that, but you know what? They're strong. They're looking good. It's gonna be a fun night tomorrow night, especially the fact that this Turnip Tots squads is a lot of rookies coming through too, and they have just the fact that they took down.
They're all rookies, aren't they?
Yeah, they took down servers 3-1, which is kind of nuts to me.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an exciting match, but PvE, I've been told by their members, they are ready to win. So Turnip Tots better be ready for that coming out tomorrow night, as I think we might even have the player of the game ready to go. So we might not even have to send it to break here, as I will edit that up real quick. But yeah, that game tomorrow is it's going to be super, super fun to watch. So I'm hoping for, hopefully, maybe we're hoping in the range of 4 games here, have a little bit of action saved up for us here. But no, I was honestly, for tonight, I was surprised it went the 3-0. Like, Tigers have been looking so good this split. They've been very aggressive, especially last week. They had some really good games. But yeah, unfortunately not able to close out on those leads that they had, and Vipers just finding the punishing moments there to finish off the Tigers. But it was a great split from them, so I definitely want to give a big thank you to our Tigers members, and I hope to see you back again next split. Don't know what team you're going to be on, because we'll have to see what happens in the draft. But yeah, it was an absolute pleasure having you guys on this split. As I'm going to have to go and find, oh boy, all my Streamlabs went a little wonky when it crashed there, so let's see if we can go find what I need to find here. But yeah, Dream, thank you so much for being on tonight. We hope to have you back. Well, you will be back. You will be back. You must be back. We have to have the
I will
dream.
always be back. I'm only playing draft next split, so I am ready for casting on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. No, sorry, Sunday. I don't know Valorant enough. You can ask Dallas. I was asking him loads of questions last time I was watching it. He's getting a little annoyed at me, I think.
That's fine. Dallas is always available to answer questions. You just have to at him
Why
multiple
did
times in
why
Discord.
did they give it to
Don't do that.
Benji?
Don't do that.
Wait, why did they give it to Benji? I'm sorry.
I don't know. In my mind, I would have given it to Rover Eye this game, but for some reason, my picture library is not working right now for my champion. So it will be Benji as the player of the game, going 3, 2, and 12 on that Malphite, as it's for some reason not working on my screen there. But yes, can't leave out the fact that there was a 14, 2, and 5 set with how much damage again?
Hold on, I actually still have it pulled up.
27.5k damage. But it was well played from all the Vipers. They did well, and they have secured their slot into finals. So next week, they will be taking on the Spartans in that best of 5 to determine who is going to be the champions of the LRS draft this winter split. But in terms of this week, because we're ending out our split very, very soon. This is the last week of full streams. Next week's going to be a little bit modified as we finish off our finals. But tomorrow night...
Yeah, we're only going to have, streams on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday and Thursday, because Friday is going to be done next week, right?
This Wednesday, tomorrow night, LAS pre-made finals. This Thursday, LRS pre-made finals. That is the end of that one. On Friday, it's LTS pre-made finals, so it'll be the end of that one. On Saturday, Sunday will be the semifinal, the continuation of the Valorant playoffs, so make sure to stick around and check those out. But next week, the only streams that are happening are Tuesday night for LRS draft finals, and then on Saturday, Sunday for our Valorant finals. So we're almost there. We're almost at the end of the split, so you know what? I'm sure after this week, we're all going to be taking a little bit of breath here as we get to have a little bit of downtime before the next split. But don't forget, registration is open right now, so you can go ahead and head on over to the link there with command register. That is open up and available for you right now. Make sure to check out the details on those. If you have any questions, don't feel afraid to pop into Discord and ask any of our staff members what you need to know. But it's lining up to be another crazy split. I mean, it's only gone up and up and up as the years have gone, so I'm excited to see.
And we're expecting the largest turnout, especially for LA's draft.
Yes. Yeah, LA's
I do believe we're expecting at least 16 teams this time around, so it's going to be huge.
It's going to be massive, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really hoping to be possibly in the LAS draft next split too. So we'll see. I'll be there. But anyways, guys, that is actually going to do it for us here tonight. We didn't have to go to a break because we had our vote there. But that'll be it from us here tonight at Legends Esports. It's your boy Gurf signing off once again. But make sure to tune in tomorrow where our casters, Dream and Salt, are going to take you to a lovely, lovely, potentially 5-game series as it is Turnip Tots taking on PvE Gold. So, guys, make sure to tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST. If you haven't already, hit that follow button. Give us a like. We got all our socials down there below. If you can click on those. I think they're clickable. I've been playing with them. They should be working, though. Anyways, have a wonderful evening, guys. We will see you next time. This is it from us here at Legends Esports. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we hope to see you back here once again soon. Mwah. Take care, guys.